Happy Thursday, everybody. It's rare that I'm alone in my car with a little bit of spare time, so I've been going through a lot of things lately, but, mostly all good things. God is doing a lot inside me, and when God starts to work on you in your heart, your mind, your life, there's some painful things that happen. There's a lot of healing, but it also is breaking open something that needs to come out. Whether that's, things from your childhood, things from recent, just, things you haven't dealt with, the stuff that nobody wants to talk about. Those are the things that you need to be talking about. And it sucks, but in order to have any kind of resolve on anything, that stuff has to come out. And usually it takes, a blow up or a breaking of something, or losing a relationship, or somebody sick, or, it usually takes just something kind of tragic for the healing to take place. And if you're not right in your heart, then you're not going to be able to let those things happen, or to let God do the work inside you. And for years, as long as I can remember, my loved ones were saying, you got to stop doing this, you got to stop, you're hurting people. And my mind knew it, but my heart couldn't feel because I was broken. And that's not blaming anything or anybody, it's just speaking the truth. Your mind can know something all day long, but if your heart doesn't feel it, it's kind of like falling upon deaf ears. And I just wanted to tell you people, don't wait until something bad happens, or you stop talking with someone, or if someone is mad at you, or don't let it get to that point. Like, all it took, honestly, after years of misery on my own self and those around me, like I've known for years that my actions were hurting people, and they were hurting me also, but more so it was hurting everyone around me. And all it took was for me to just, and I'm not trying to push God, because I'm not that person, but all it took was for me to break down and ask God to help me. That I was hurting others around me, that I was sick of living this way. I was sick of just, living wrong, living in my flesh, and living in sin. And, we all sin, and every sin is different, but it's still sin. Like, there's not one that's looked at that's really worse than the other. I mean, I shouldn't say it like that, but sin is sin, whether it's small or whether it's huge. I'm not saying, there's different levels of it. So, but we're forgiven for all of it. And that's how we should look at other people, is like how God looks at us. And, everything, I'm making things sound so easy. Just reach out to God. But that's your first step. You have to do that, because there isn't going to be change. You can change and work on things yourself, but you're not going to get that core stuff out unless it's a higher power. You can go to counseling all day. I'm sure that there's people that have benefited from that, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing to do. It's just God already knows your heart, and He already knows your thoughts, and He knows your pain, and you don't have to pay $100 an hour to just spill your guts and all stuff like that, because He already knows. He's just waiting for you to ask. And there's people that don't want to hear what I have to say, and there's probably a couple different reasons for that. And it's not my business. I am me, and I can only think about my own thoughts. I've always been like, well, I think that this person thinks. Well, no, it doesn't matter. It's whatever you feel is, or whatever you think, that's the only person you can control, is your thoughts and your actions. So let's try not to think about what other people think of something, or what they would do, or what should we do different, because I'm just asking God from here on out, and He's changed my heart. I'm not stressed. I'm not shameful. Yes, it is hard letting go of your past, but it does no good to hold on to it, because you could just, I don't even know the words to use it. You could just do this all day in your mind, and why did I do that, and why did this happen, and why? You can say that all day long, and it's not going to change anything. And the damage is done, and you have to ask God to try to slowly undo that damage in a gentle way, to where people can still function, because just ripping a Band-Aid off of a huge wound is not the way to go. You have to ask God to do it on His way, because we don't know how to do it. We don't have the words. So there's a lot of great things going on in my life, and there's some big stuff with close family members that is going on, and I'm trying to find the words to say, to have them understand certain things that I did, because these are the people closest to me in my life, and I want to help them heal, but it's kind of like God has to do that in them, and I just have to kind of sit back and, just have faith, and that's very hard to just be still, but that's what we're supposed to do. Is, I've always been a reactor. Reacting doesn't do anybody any good. You have to think things through, even your words that come out of your mouth every day, to what you're saying to people, and just have kind words. If someone is, angry towards you, don't just lash out. Try to understand where that's coming from, because, some of it might be all about you, but it might be nothing about you, and they're just hurting. And we need to just, give some grace to people, and, show them some kindness and some love, and that can go so far. So I just wanted to just say, you just got to let God do what He does, and don't take any big hasty actions about something. You just need to breathe and ask Him to guide you, because He will, and it's not in your time. You might want it done in 5 minutes because it's uncomfortable, but sometimes we need to feel that to learn something, and I'm going through that right now, and it is, I'm not gonna lie, my heart hurts, but my body and my mind are at peace for the most part, and I know that God is healing my heart, and I know that He will heal the hearts of my loved ones, and it's just a process. Nothing can just be fixed right away, or we would have done it ourselves. We would have fixed it ourselves a long time ago. So I hope for any of you that hear this, that it gives you a little bit of peace of mind. Just please ask God to help you, whatever it is, as silly as it sounds. Don't ask for God to just make things easy for you, because then you don't learn anything. It's the no pain, no gain. If something doesn't hurt, then you're not learning anything. Or if there isn't work involved, I should say, you've got to put the effort in. You have to do your part. You can't just do stuff and then expect it to be undone just overnight because you're done with that part of your life or whatever. Everything you do affects someone around you. And I wish I would have gotten the wisdom years ago for where I'm at right now, but now it's the undoing of things, and the aftermath of what I did when I was a broken woman. And like I said, it's going to take time, and I just can do anything, and that he can do things I can't do. So I just want you all to know that you're loved, you're precious, and each one of you has a gift, and I suggest digging deep to find out what that gift is, because if you will take advantage of what he has put inside you, somebody, whether it's you, people around you, total strangers, somebody is going to benefit from that gift that you have. And giving to people will give you joy. And don't give so much that you don't give to yourself. You gotta care for yourself, but just find out what that gift is, because I know what mine is, and I know where I'm headed, and it's beautiful. And I'm healing, and I know that slowly the people that I love the most in life are healing too, whether they even know it. Just let God do his thing, because he will restore everything inside you. Okay, have a great day, everybody. Happy Thursday.